Hello everybody, this will be a introduction to time price opportunity, or TPO for short, and just kind of going over what it is and really how to use it and incorporate it into your trading. I'll leave this in a playlist titled Exocharts, so feel free to check out my other Exocharts videos along with that playlist. I think they'll be of great use to you, and just kind of a series of playlists and videos that I'm making over time, and I'll continue to be adding to that. So if you guys learned something new from that, make sure to like and subscribe. And along with this video too, there are really not too many videos on TPO on the YouTube, so I figured I'll just kind of start adding my fair share of YouTube videos on Exocharts. And so just kind of looking at this template and kind of going over what it is. Again, on the left right here, we have our time. So how much time has spent at or price has spent at a typical time. And again, for each sort of time opportunity, it will create a block that will be added to a series of profile in a time. And here you can see that whenever price kind of moves up or doesn't spend a whole lot of time within that range, it will create kind of a series of single prints. These are kind of what single prints are and kind of where they are derived from. And typically, you'll have a lot of blocks added up on a point of control of time. So again, I like to use my point of controls and mark them red on time. And here on our right is, of course, the standard volume, what most people are kind of used to when drawing a volume profile or fixed range profile chart. And typically you'll be grouped up in between the buy volume and selling volume. So again, I like to use blue kind of candles for a buy volume, and then kind of the purple candles for selling volume. And if you zoom in close enough on this, you'll see that the point of control is kind of outlined in a red sequence. So again, that is just something, the two main things you really want to be looking at is, again, the time point of control and the volume point of control. And so I kind of drew this out on my trading view. It's not really the best drawing, but again, it should get the point across. So again, in Exocharts, this is kind of like flipped, but again, nevertheless, something you want to be looking at. Again, the volume point of control. As you can see here, most of the volume was in kind of this chunk of the area of the volume. And again, to time. And the time point of control is mainly on the top here. So as you can see, there's kind of a discrepancy between time and volume. And this is something you kind of want to keep in mind of what's going on. And so typically what you'll have is, say, if price is down here, you want to be looking at a possible long scenario and kind of using this time as a resistance, contrary to if price is at the time point of control. You guys can be looking for shorts down to this volume profile and just kind of looking at what's going on between time and price. So again, you guys can like merge sessions, which I'll kind of go over later on in this video. But again, it is a pretty powerful opportunity. And again, this is kind of the basics to TPO, or time price opportunity overall. So again, on the left right here is time, on the right here is volume. And so what you guys can also do is go over on the left-hand side right here in Exocharts website, go to TPO settings, go down to volume profile, or where is it? Point of control / value area. And you guys can check this if you want to use the volume for volume area point of control, or if you just want to use it for time. So again, if you have this checked, it'll create kind of a switched move that point of control to matching volume. And if you don't have it checked, it'll just leave it towards the kind of the time profile. I like to use time profile because really whenever you have a difference between like the naked time profile, it will leave again like an extended naked session kind of, and these can be used as very useful support and resistance lines. So as you can see right now, we did kind of come up slowly to this resistance line where it was a naked session, or a can think of it as like a naked daily point of control kind of, where there's a whole bunch of kind of untapped liquidity or quote unquote unfinished business. And we did have price kind of come up and kind of reject off of that. Again, if you're just getting used to this, you guys can turn on the mono candle, or what I like to use when I first started using this was the color candle. That way you can just kind of identify and see what's going on when kind of mapping out the time. So as you can see, we had a big quick candle up as there was very few time spent at this price region, along with very few volume. So again, that can be very useful for kind of relating and seeing what's going on between time and volume. So again, to keep in mind is, again, you want to be looking for these naked sessions and just kind of plotting them down on your trading view chart, or if you're just using Exocharts to trade, that's fine too. And so again, that is just something useful to keep in mind for a support and resistance. Now, what you guys can do is start merging these sessions. And so simply you want to go again to the half an hour time frame. Half an hour time frame is kind of a good go-to for TPO when starting out. And it's really the only TPO time frame that I really use for trading naked sessions. Again, you can think of naked sessions as kind of a day trade and kind of scalp trades in a way. Can't really swing trade based off of these, but again, it's more for, I guess, an active trader. And so what you guys can do is, and really another thing you guys can do if you kind of get confused with the time opportunity thing, is that you guys can go on the left-hand side here of Exocharts and go towards the TPO, and you guys can go expand clusters and just kind of click that on and off. And again, that will just kind of split everything out of the time and just kind of show you a relating to the candle of how much time that price has spent at that candle. So again, it will just kind of go over that candle and just kind of show you. But what I like to do is, again, just kind of have that ticked off. And again, just kind of makes it more organized of grouping how much time price was spent at that candle. All right, so going back again, zooming out on my chart on Exocharts here, you can see that we've been in a long sideways range. And so this is typically where TPO comes in quite well. And so again, just kind of sideways, making not really higher highs or higher lows really on a local time frame. And so what you guys can do is, again, come on over to the current session, or you guys can do this on really any other session and just kind of double click on it. And what you guys can do is merge. So you just click on merge, and what this will do is just kind of join the previous, I guess, time frame or session into another. And so this can be quite useful in just kind of determining a day trade. Again, what we are looking for mainly on time price opportunity is, again, difference between the volume point of control and the time point of control. And so what you guys can do is just keep on merging sessions for quite some time. And this will give you like a good viewpoint of a powerful move that could have happened. So again, you guys can just keep on merging these. what you guys can do again is on the bottom of the merge. What you guys can do is just do a custom merge. And so really what I like to do is about 10 sessions, and this will kind of just merge 10 sessions together. And this will just kind of create a bigger data point for TPO sessions. So I'll just keep on doing this. Typically, I like to merge like 10 more, but again, this kind of takes time to get used to, and it's kind of something that you experience with over time. So I'm just going to keep on merging these. And so here there is really no difference between time and volume. As you can see, the point of controls are kind of all matching each other. But if you guys zoom out, here you can see untapped TPO sessions. So we got one at around 27,775 and another one just below us at 28,525. So again, what I like to do typically, I'll go down to a lower time frame, is mark these out on my chart. You can see. So again, I like to just make a quick note on my chart on TradingView. Again, TPO, and just kind of identify the price range for that. And you can see we're kind of getting nice confluence with a Fibonacci level. So again, just kind of a quick go around, go to type of thing. So typically that's what you can do. And again, you guys can click on this again and just kind of hit the reset, and it'll just kind of turn everything back where you identified it from. Typically, what you guys can do with merging sessions is merge together like sessions to each other. So again, this group of data points, I'm just going to double click on this and just kind of merge these together and create one big session like this. And so this will be a useful level to really mark down on your chart. As you can see, this is like the whole previous day equilibrium along with a kind of session point of control you guys can mark down and just kind of trade off of. So again, very useful. And again, just kind of keep in mind of merging like sessions. So kind of sideways action, and you guys can just kind of merge these into sort of one template if you want. So again, these can be very useful for just kind of scalping off of, and then of course you guys can execute on order flow or however else you want to do it. But again, this video is mainly on time price opportunity, or TPO for short. And then of course, one last kind of side note before I go on the volume, what you guys can do to identify the value area is, again, just kind of look for a difference between, again, where the candles have a white outline. So you can see right here about is the value area high. And then on the bottom right here, where again, price is switching from a kind of a black outline of candles to a white outline. This is, again, kind of typically the value area of that price action, so of volume. So again, make sure to like and subscribe to the video, along with I'll leave this template that you can use to kind of copy and paste into Exocharts in a free Discord in the link below. And then feel free to check out my other videos in the playlist, and I'll be sure to be adding more Exochart videos to that playlist in the future. So feel free to check those out. I think you'll find them of quite good use. And that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks. Bye.